Hi everyone, Cendril here. Welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem, the Sacred Stones, as we will be tackling Chapter 10 with Ephraim. Now, a few things to go over. Amelia is now level 10. I spent the time to level her completely up. Also, I would like to show off, before she levels up, her recruit critical animation. So there we go. I don't know why I enjoy that one. I guess because it still shows that she really is a recruit. But she tries really hard. However, she is not going to be a recruit anymore as soon as we start the next stage. As you know, we saw with Ross, she will now change into a first tier class. Let me pull up her level ups real quick, and not just hers, but a few other people leveled up. So, you know she was level 3, she gained 7 levels. Over those 7 levels, she got 5 HP, 3 strength, 3 skill, 4 speed. She has a ridiculous amount of speed. 2 luck, 2 defense, and 2 resistance. I would have liked for her to get more defense and resistance, but it'll still work out. Remember, all of these levels were free, and that 4 speed is just going to make her just ridiculous for what's going to happen. You'll see why. There's that. Other people that also got a level. Tana got a level. She's level 5 now. She started off the way I wanted her to start off. 1 HP, 1 strength, 1 skill, 1 speed, 1 luck, 1 resistance. That's right. She almost had a perfect level. She didn't get defense, but that's okay. She got every other stat. A ridiculously good first level for Tana, so I am very pleased with that. Natasha got a level. She got HP, skill, speed, and defense. Again, no magic, which is sad, but a few other stats, which is nice. Franz got a level. He got 1 HP, 1 speed, and 1 luck. So it was a level. And Russ had an interesting level. He got 1 defense and 1 resistance. So, not a great level in some ways, but he got defense and resistance. I'll take that. Makes him a bit more tankier. And that is everything I need to go over. Let's get started with Chapter 10. As we head to Bethrowan. A former lance instructor to Ephraim, Grotto's General Dussel often came to Renus as an emissary of his empire. Despite their stations, the two men share similar dispositions and a warm relationship. Why has Grotto started this war? What is the miasma of evil emanating from the country? Ephraim believes that Dussel can answer these questions. It is this belief that propels Ephraim forward into Grotto territory. Chapter 10, Turning Traitor.
Please wait, Prince Ephraim. I have a message from Frilia. There's been an uprising in Carcinio. Pablo is leading a force of renegade Grotto supporters in rebellion.
In Carcinio. Any word of Erica? Is my sister safe?
The last word we received had Princess Erica heading to assist Prince Ennis. We've not heard from her since.
Blast. I sent Erica to Rustin thinking it would be the safest mission. If I could, I'd pull out of here now and go look for her, but... Prince Ephraim. I know. I mustn't let my emotions dictate my actions. If Carcinio has allied itself with Grotto, then defeating Grotto is our best bet. We proceed as planned. Tell them that. Understood. Be careful, Erica. What?
Was that an earthquake? I think it passed. Prince Ephraim. I'm fine. There's nothing to worry about. I was surprised, that's all. You're not shaken in the slightest, are you? Actually, it surprised me as well. I'd heard that tremors such as these were commonplace in Grotto. Apparently, they're usually weak and cause little, if any, damage. Now that you mention it, I remember a while back, when I was first in Grotto. Erica and I were startled by a tremor just like that one. Leon said he'd grown used to them, and he just laughed. We don't have any time to tend to injuries just now. We must press forward. Must see to the capital. I do not understand. Why this course of action? What is the Emperor thinking? General Dussel? Is that you, Selena? Are you to be assisting me in this duty? Yes. Frelia's army will be coming soon from the north. We're just waiting for the order to engage them. Prince Ephraim leads the enemy forces, doesn't he? That is correct. Prince Ephraim of Rhaenus. Bah. Rhaenus is our enemy. General, please give the order to attack. No. Order all units to hold. Do not initiate the attack. I want to speak with Ephraim first. So it's true. You plan to betray the Empire and ally yourself with the enemy. What? General Dussel, you stand accused of treason of the highest order. Lay down your weapons and follow my commands. If you fail to do so, if you resist in any way, I will execute you on the spot. This is nonsense! Who is behind this madness? These are His Majesty's orders. The Emperor has anticipated your treachery. Prepare yourself. Impossible. His Majesty? Cormac, you and I will bring that traitor down. Go around that fort to the southeast and drive them into the sea. We're fighting General Dussel? But he's one of the cornerstones of the Empire. How could... He's been like a father to you and to my brother. Do you mean to kill him? If that is what my Emperor commands, then yes, without hesitation. Cormac, if you are a true knight of Grotto, you will do the same. Prince Ephraim, the Imperial Grotto army is before us. I know, but something's odd. They're chasing someone down. Is that a deserter? Wait! That's... Dussel? Prince Ephraim, your orders. We rescued Dussel! Ride! I'm ready to fight now! This armor used to be too heavy for me to wear. But now it's no problem. I've come a long way. That's right, I'm a real soldier now. But I'm not about to stop. I'm just getting started. Yes, you are. Amelia has two paths she can go down. She can become a knight, hence all that heavy armor, or she can become a cavalier. Well, having a female cavalier would be really cool. That's not going to happen. She is going to become a knight. And she got all that speed growth. So she is going to not be a slow knight. She will not be your typical knight. Also, she won't have a lot of defense like your typical knight, but her class change will help with that. Knight! 2 strength, 2 HP, 1 strength. She gets 2 defense and 4 con. She even got more speed.
but that 2 defense will help her be more knight-like. Let's see, Ephraim has 8 defense. And we consider him kinda tanky. Ross has 9. Now, Gilliam has 9 defense as well as a level 5 knight. I'm having a hard time finding her. Look for the knight icon now, Cendril. Amelia has 7 defense. Not bad for a level 1 knight. As long as defense can proc a couple more times, she'll end up a really good knight. What's going to make her stand out as a knight, though, she has really good strength right now. She has excellent speed. Have fun doubling this knight. Also, with that new Constitution of 10, no problem wielding an Iron Lance. And she can even wield a Steel Lance with a little bit of difficulty. But it'll only weigh her down 3 now instead of yes. But now she can use Iron Lances with no penalty. This will be a great boon for her and help her strike even harder. That's not to say that Amelia doesn't make a good Cavalier. The problem is we get a lot of Cavaliers. We have Franz. Seth is of course a Paladin. You have Ford. You have Kyle. And here is Dussel. He is a level 8 Great Knight, which is the other path that Cavaliers can go. And we're going to rescue Dussel, which means he'll join the party. Knights with great mobility and defense. They equip swords, lances, and axes. Great Knights are very special. They can actually use all of the weapon triangle. And Dussel has A rank in everything. The only thing they can't use is bows. But I mean, they can use the entire weapon triangle, which is a unique trait for a Fire Emblem unit. Very few units do that. The Great Knight is one of them. Excuse me. What they gain in defense, however, they lose in weapon ability. They lose in mobility. Great Knights only move 6. Whereas a Paladin moves 8. I personally like Paladins more. A lot of people like Great Knights more, and that's fine. I've always liked the Paladin class. I think it's great. I like the additional movement. But you can have a Great Knight as well. A courageous general in Grotto's army. He's better known as Obsidian. That's cool. And I already ran over Great Knight. Let me put up Dussel's stats on the screen now. As cool as Dussel is, his stats are, I guess, pretty good for a pre-promote unit. He has 41 HP, which is actually really good for a pre-promoted unit. Usually that's what holds a lot of them back. They don't have a lot of HP, like Seth, who's a level 6 paladin with only 32. But let's look at Seth's stats. So kind of take a picture of that. And now look at Dussel's stats, who is 2 levels lower, or 2 levels higher, excuse me, and has nowhere near as good as Knights as Seth. Now what he does do, he does very well. High strength, high defense. Meh, everything else. His stat growths, which I guess I just kept up on the screen, are not good either, really. I just don't like using Dussel. I mean, I think he is a great character, and he has some really awesome support conversations. So if you do end up trying to use him, those are definitely worth checking out. I think he has some fantastic support conversations because he acts as a rock for a lot of characters, but still shows that he can learn a few things himself. or rediscover some parts about himself that were lost. I really like his support conversations. He's got that HP growth, so he'll more than likely continue to get HP, and he'll probably get strength and defense. So the stats that are good are going to keep going up, but that's about all you can expect from him. More than likely, the other stats aren't going to grow that much. So Dusel is definitely what you see is what you get, and he only has 12 levels to grow. So you have to hope that those 12 levels really pay off. He starts with a silver axe, which has a might of 15 and a weight of 12. Great Knights typically don't worry about constitution, especially Dusel, the very stout person. And a steel lance, he has no problem wielding that as well. He can take hits, at least physical hits, and deal a ton of damage. But that's it. He's probably, as the game goes on, he's probably not going to double unless he gets that speed growth to kick in. Again, the biggest thing about Dusel, he has to make his 12 levels count. If even one of them is a little off, and he gets, I would say 2 or 3 really bad levels, other characters are going to outshine him. Now, if you know the game really well, and or you're just playing on the normal like I am, it's not a big deal. You can use Dusel. That's all the characters. Just know that your other Cavaliers have a great chance of outshining him. Seth more than likely will, because Seth is the man. We've gone over that a lot. Franz is shaping up to be a fantastic Cavalier. He hasn't even class changed yet, so he has a lot that he could still grow. Speaking of Great Knights, a lot of people like to turn Franz into a Great Knight, because you already have Seth as a Paladin, and so they'll change Franz into a Great Knight and use him if he's been getting good level ups, which Franz has for me. That is definitely an option. Am I going to do that? You'll have to wait and see. Alright, let's go over the map. As usual, this will be a lot of prep. There is a pirate down here, and 2 more over here. This one has a hand axe. Dusel does not have a ranged weapon, as you can see. And if I remember right, he's just going to sit here and try to protect this village. He has 3 level 10 Cavaliers. Well, 2 level 10 Cavaliers and a level 11 Cavalier with them. They're just like the enemy Cavaliers, which you've been facing. But they'll also try to help out. As you see, they're green, which means they are allied units, but you don't control them. Our course of action is going to be trying to get Ephraim to go talk to Dusel as quickly as possible and get him to join. Fleet. This is a very interesting unit. It has a ballista. It acts like a ballista on the water, which is really cool. They never bring this type of unit back, and I wish they would have, and just to give some different units. I think this is neat. It was a neat try. It has 25 constitution, so it has 4 speed with the ballista. Be very careful of this unit for this person if you're using her, which you just might want to. We're not done with special characters. There is Cormag here, a Dwarven Knight of Grotto, a gentleman but a ferocious warrior. He is a Dwarven Rider. High-flying knights vulnerable only to bows and magic because they have no resistance. He has 30 hit points. He starts out at level 9. You can recruit him by either Ephraim talking to him, or you can actually have Tana talk to him and he'll join, which is really cool, and that's how I plan to do it. Let me throw up Cormag's stat gross on the screen. Cormag is your typical Werven Knight. I mean, to a T. High HP, high strength, good skill and speed, okay luck usually, alright defense, no resistance. Werven Riders typically have a little more defense, I think, but that's kind of around the area you can expect everybody's defenses. You've seen a lot of these 20, 25s, and then 15s for units that don't have good defenses. Cormac starts off awesome though. 14 strength, 12 defense, 10 speed, and 9 skill is good as well. He can take hits and swings really hard, and he's only level 9. Werven Rider is the base class. There is a upgraded version to him. So he has 11 levels to grow and then promotes. Werven Riders have a movement of 7. They fly, of course. He has an Elysian Whip, which, of course, can promote a Werven Rider. He starts with an Iron Lance and a very deadly Killer Lance. Be careful. We're going to get him on our team, and of course he has the C-rank Lance to use. Cormag is really good. He's really good. Especially if the growths play out in his favor, which they have a good chance to do so, he is going to be definitely a force to be reckoned with. Our boss, however, is Selena, one of Grotto's generals. She is also known by the name Floorspar. She is a Mage Knight. Mage Knights are really cool, and they needed to be brought back in more games. Knights trained in both anima and staffs. She does not have a staff on her, but she has a very deadly bolting tome. This is the B-rank anima magic. It is a long-range tome. It only has 5 uses. But it strikes like a ballista, 3 to 10. Now, they gave it really high weight, so you can't really double with it. No mage is going to have the constitution to double with it. But it has 12 might. It doesn't have a lot of hit either, but it's just the fact you can strike like a ballista, as you can see here. Deadly. She has 13 magic, 13 skill, 16 speed, 10 luck, 11 defense, 17 resistance. She's good. She's really good. She also has an Elfire tome for when you get up close and personal. She can melt your face off. She has an A rank in anima magic and a B rank in staffs, but again, she doesn't have a staff. This is the upgrade that I believe a mage can become a Mage Knight. I think so. I always forget the mage upgrades. I don't remember them as well, but it is an option. Being on horseback, she has a movement of 7, which lets her get around. Doesn't help that she's the boss, so she's not going to move around. But she is definitely a general, for sure. Her stats bear that out. She's good. This shaman has a Luna Tome, which means you will take 6 damage if it hits. Be careful. This Cavalier here has a Killing Edge. Be careful. There's a lot of goodies on this map. This Archer has a Killer Bow. Improves critical hit rate. Very dangerous. This Cavalier has a Horse Slayer that could drop, and also a Javelin. So be a little wary of that. But Horse Slayer, effective against cavalry. Be careful with your cavalry units. You're going to have to be careful with a lot of units as you go through this area. There's a Killer Bow. This Myrmidon has a Lance Reaver. It is the sword that reverses the weapon triangle, so it's strong against spears, but weak against axes. Hand axe, iron axe, iron axe. Bow. Any other tricks for now? Reinforcements will be showing up on this map. We want to get up to this village and talked to the person there, and of course we went to get to this village. Let me go over the shops. Inside this general store, fire, thunder, lightning, shine tomes, heal, mend, restore, unlock, and torch. The unlock staff isn't super useful, as it says it unlocks doors even from a distance. I don't think it unlocks treasure chest in this fire emblem, really making it not worth the 2,250 you have to pay for it. Just have Calm unlock the door. If anything there is interesting, I should go over the Shine Tome. I don't remember if it was there last map. The Shine Tome has a weight of 8, a crit of 8. It has higher crit than the Lightning Tome, but higher weight. A little less hit, but it's 6 might. It is the D rank Light Tome. So it's heavier, with less hit, but higher crit and higher might. So it hits harder. And Thunder is the D rank Animatome. I think we've seen it before, but it has 5 crit, 8 might. It can be dangerous because of the 5 crit. I know we've seen that before. Alright. Inside the armory. Iron Sword, Steel Sword, an Iron Blade, which we already have one, but they're here to buy. I don't like them typically because lower hit rate and that higher weight, it's hard for a lot of characters to wield the Iron Blade without speed penalty. It does have a little more might at 9, but it's also more expensive too. I don't know, I think the Steel Sword works just fine, but... or even an Iron Sword. Unless you really want the extra might, and you can have the Constitution to wield the 10. Iron Steel Lances, Javelins, Iron Steel Axes and Hand Axe, Iron Bow, Steel Bow. Okay, as the map develops, we will do even more. Let's pick our party, shall we? Let's go... I could take 11. Anybody here I want to take that's not in the party right now? I would like to take Ford, but... no, this party's gonna do, because Tana is probably gonna end up taking Ford's spot as much as I would like to try to use Ford. Because Franz has ended up leveling up pretty darn well. Okay, think that'll do it. Is this how I want everybody to stand? Yeah, that'll work. We just need to be careful of the ballista. Alright, let's save. And let's play a round or two for in this episode. So, per usual, a lot of prep, but I'd like to go over everything, especially if it's your first time seeing Fire Emblem, the Sacred Stones. Okay, people can reach the forest. We'll have Franz here. Yeah, equip the sword. Right there. Okay, we have to be really careful with Tana. Stand there. And Amelia still only has a movement of 4, so that is Armor-nitis. Don't worry, if you do turn her into a Cavalier, she will get a Cavalier's movement. She'll have that movement of 7. Probably. I think so. I think she ends up getting the Cavalier move. She'll get increased movement, period. It may just not be 7 like I think so. It may be 6, but I'm pretty sure it's 7. Alright, this happens.
What's this? They've only just begun? What a disappointment. I so wanted to witness the comedy of two generals hacking away at each other. Falter, what do you want? Ah, Selena, you're to return to the capital immediately. Dussel is no longer your concern. His Majesty has declared you untrustworthy. I've been sent to relieve you of command. What? You've proven yourself incapable of dealing with a single old man. I tell you, having to clean up your mess makes things difficult for me, Selena. Now then, Biran.
Yes, sir.
I'm leaving. I can't leave poor Erica sad and lonely in Carcino. You're on command here for the duration of this conflict.
I'll take care of things.
What do you think you're doing? I'm here at His Majesty's bidding, and... Did you not hear me? His Majesty's bidding has changed. You, Selena, are not to be trusted. These are His Majesty's words. You share the same sentiments as Dussel. You could turn traitor, just as he has. You should feel honored. He could have ordered me to kill you where you stand. That's absurd! His Majesty, he knows I'm trustworthy. Then return to the capital and sort it out. Go and ask your beloved master whether I speak the truth. What are you going to do, Selena? I will return to the capital. I know better than to trust your word. I'll speak to the Emperor myself. Stupid woman. If Grotto wins too easily, there'll be no more bloodshed. We must do what we can to extend the fun. I believe it's time for me to return to my darling Erica. It wouldn't do for Glenn to arrive before me, would it? Take care of things here before I return to you. Understood?
Of course. So, as you can see, things have changed. Selena has left. You don't have to deal with the Mage Knight. You do, however, have to deal with the new boss, Biran. We'll go over his stats after the enemy kills themselves on Franz. Soldiers start giving a lot of experience now. Alright. Yes, I forgot to point that one out up there as well. Other phase. They're gonna sit there. Alright. There is another ballista over here. It also drops a secret book. Vanishes after use. I'm going to have to go get it, which is what Ross is for. As a pirate. If you don't have Ross as a pirate, don't worry, it's not completely out of your reach. You'll just have to get creative and hope it moves close enough for you to throw with a javelin or something to kill it. Trying to get Tana close enough is dicey. Alright. All of those moved up. Our real boss for this chapter is Biran. Now, as you see, our objective here is to survive for 10 turns. Or, if you defeat the boss, that will end it as well. But we want to survive for 10 turns. We need to talk with Dussel and talk with Cormac before that happens. That's the plan. So, we are going to have to kind of get on our giddy up here. Goodbye. Easy enough. No, no. nobody can get close enough, sadly. Well, except for Seth, but I don't want Seth to to really kill anybody. Where is your range? That's important. And your range. Okay, still good there. And your range. Yeah, gotta be careful with the flyers on this map. Make sure that's safe. Okay. We'll move here. Wait. We'll move here. The Slim Lance will do. If these guys want to attack, so be it. Actually, no, I won't let them. Right there. All right. That is going to do it for this turn. Tell me, brother, what should I do? So, Cormag is having some second thoughts too, it seems. Whoop. I was hoping they would attack Joshua because they have very little chance of actually hitting him. With this really high speed. Dodge. There we go. Then with that Iron Sword. I should have the other Iron Sword equipped now, though. You're going... Oh, no, he has that Killing Edge equipped. Well, that's not good, because I didn't want to use that yet. Yeah, you have an Hand Axe. No. But the mercenary is going to walk forward. Oh no, good. What showed up? This mercenary, I think? These two mercenaries showed up. So yeah, just be prepared. More enemies will show up. Alright, one more turn. Iron Sword. And that's that. And that gets Joshua a level. Let's see what he gets. Level 12. HP, skill, speed, luck. Okay. All that speed. The fastest. We should heal Joshua. That's a good idea. Okay, we need to move Ephraim as far as we can. So let's clear the way for the prince there. I would love for Tana to kill the archer, but that's not going to happen. She's not going to get a lot of play this episode because of the enemy here. Just need Cormac to move. I never went over the boss, did I? I should do that. That is a thing I should do. Buran is a ranger. Fighter skilled in both sword and bow. The ranger is the upgrade to the... what are they called in this one? Basically, if you know Fire Emblem 7, it was what, his name left me. Wrath was. The, Nomad. The, not the Trooper. The Trooper's the upgraded, isn't it? Anyway, he is a, basically, archer on horseback. Giving him a lot of movement. His stats are pretty good as well. He has a Lance Reaver, strong against spears. So it's, again, reversing the weapon triangle. He has a killer bow and a long bow to shoot you with. Be careful with Tana. His stats are good, but you can, always rush Seth or Dussel after you get him if you're having some problems. He's not as good in combat as a melee combat as he is in ranged combat. The killer bow is especially deadly. Just make sure you use an axe against him instead of a lance. Okay, instead of a spear. There's all of that. I think I am going to end this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a lot of fun. I know I take a lot of time to go over the map, point things out for all of you. I hope you like that instead of just me barreling through the stage, not pointing anything out, and hey, it's done. I would much rather be helpful in that regard. Even if you know the game, I still like pointing things out just in case you either missed them or you didn't know about them or you forgot and you're just reliving this journey if you've played it before. That's always been my what I like to do as a Let's Player. So, again, I hope you had a lot of fun. I'm going to get Dussel next episode and take out the boss. Hopefully, I am going to try to get all the way there and beat the boss instead of surviving the 10 turns. Just for the fun of it. We'll see how that goes. To the next episode, I'm Ep.19. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.